Josh, Ben, congratulations. You guys have made it to the final round of this competition. Now we're sending you back to your home forges to recreate this iconic weapon from history. The Ram Dao.
Oh.
The Ram Dao is a sacrificial sword that descends from the weapons of India's legendary Rajput warriors. Its broad, heavy blade flares to an axe-like projection, which is ideally suited to the ritual beheading of large animals such as buffalo and goats. These sacrifices were made to the Hindu goddess of death, Kali, whose symbolic eye is often etched on the flared end of the blade so she can watch over the ceremony. The eye of Kali can be seen on the Ram Dao wielded by Zod in the comic series Berserk. Josh, Ben, your final challenge is to forge a Ram Dao. It must be an effective and deadly version of the weapon that you see here. Just make sure that your blades fall within the following parameters. The length of the blade must be between 20 and 23 inches in length. It must have a finial ball, a decorative eye of Kali, a demon buffalo hat, as well as a disc pommel. Failure to meet a single one of our parameters is grounds for immediate dismissal from this forge with no deliberation.
I feel excited about it because it's something that I've never, ever done before. So let's do it.
You'll have 4 days at your home forges in which to complete this challenge. At the end of those 4 days, you'll return and present your weapons to our panel of expert judges, and after they've thoroughly tested them, they'll declare one of you the Forged and Fire champion who walks out of here with a check for 10 grand. Good luck, bladesmiths. We'll see you in 4 days.
First thing I'm trying to do is have a very, very good visual of what I'm gonna be aiming for. Also, we need to concentrate on the finial right here. That's gonna be something that I need to keep my eye on, and it's gonna be a challenge. So this is the piece that I'm gonna be using. It's 5160 steel. I've never really have shaped something like this before, so I figure that the easiest way for me to shape that curve is just to start using the anvil as a hammer, and it actually worked. Progress is going great. So far, we got the basic profile done. Day one is over. Let's go have dinner. This is mi abuelita, the matriarch of the family. I'm tired, and I'm ready to stuff my face up with a good dinner.
I'm back in my home forge. It is about 5 degrees right now. Spring steel is a great material for something like this. It's gonna take a lot of abuse and be able to flex over and over again. So what I'm gonna try and do first is drawing out the tang. I'm gonna do a through tang, so it's gonna need to be long, but also thicker than the rest of the blade to give it strength. It's a big piece of steel, but I'll cut it. Oh, here it goes. Boom! The sun is setting. It's starting to get even colder than it already was, so I'm about to probably call it a night.
All right, so everything ready for quenching. The heat treatment is the soul of the knife. This has to go well. And I'm just noticing a slight curve. And it's not going away. I'm not gonna lose because of a warp. I'm gonna go ahead and requench. If it doesn't go well, a couple things can happen. A big warp, or the worst thing can be a crack. That's gonna push me to start all over again. Hopefully it worked. Yeah, yeah, it's beautiful.
I have it hot cut. Now I need to add the sweep to it, which is gonna be challenging. I almost forgot about the decorative finial at the top. That's kind of one of the things about being a ceremonial sacrificial sword. There's a lot of stuff on it that's decorative that serves no purpose other than for religious use, but I forget about it because I'm not used to making this stuff. Okay, the blade looks good. I've got enough material to work with. So I'm gonna go take it downstairs, start grinding. This is my homemade belt grinder. And this is how I have to start this thing. It's straight, I have my bevels ground in. It is the shape it needs to be. I'm looking to heat treat tonight.
Start of day 4 is here. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the handle. Ideally, what I want is to have a handle, not just nice looking, beautiful, but also something that is comfortable. So I need to have a handle that has a grip to it, that it doesn't feel like it's gonna fly off the hand. I've never done finial. This was definitely very challenging. I went with a diamond-looking piece. It's different. I need to really make this blade pop. So besides the eye and the crown, I decided to add extra edge into it. But no matter how beautiful the blade is, if you miss one of the parameters, you're out of the competition.
It's day 4. There's a bit of a warp that happened during the tempering of the spine, and I don't have enough time to requench. I have too much other stuff to do. But I can still make this blade look the part, and I can still make it perform really, really well. So that's my goal for today. I'm just getting to work on the finial. It doesn't have to look like anything in particular. It's just kind of a knob at the end. I don't do a whole lot of engraving, so this is kind of out of my comfort zone. But after some light sanding, it's gonna be done. So I'm ready to go cut something. Whew, that's sharp.
All right, bladesmiths, welcome to the kill test. Ram Dao, ram carcass. Josh, you're up first. You ready for this?
Well, let's kill it again. Doug is holding my Ram Dao, and I'm just thinking, just chop that head off. Just chop it. My heart is just pumping 10,000 miles per hour, man.
All right, Josh, let's talk about your Ram Dao here. The blade you have here is sharp. For every pass it makes, it cuts deeply. But I also love what you have here in sense of balance, that even though it's a chopper, the recovery is just comfortable enough to where you can cut all the way through. It feels good in the hand, it's got a great balance, and most importantly, it will kill.
That's
Good
awesome.
job.
Thank you.
All right, Ben, it's your turn. You ready for this?
I'm excited, let's do it. Right now, I'm really excited. I put my best work into this. Nothing's perfect, but my biggest concern is that there was a slight warp that I just really couldn't get out. So I'm really hoping that my blade outperforms Josh's in every other way so that it's a flaw that can be overlooked.
Something's off about this design.
It's part of the parameter, it's part of the design.
At this point, I'm a bit confused. I don't know what's going on.
Ben, your blade doesn't have a finial bull. It's one of the defining characteristics of the Ram Dao. It was also one of the parameters. And the judges feel that your blade cannot be tested evenly and fairly with Josh's. Dave Baker's gonna tell you why.
The design of the Ram Dao has that finial at the end of the blade. That finial can wind up being a cut restrictor, not allowing the blade to pass through a target. It also keeps that blade from being able to stab. Yours doesn't have that. How can we test them evenly?
I understand.
Ben, Forged and Fire champions don't miss parameters. I'd like to invite you to shake our hands, shake your competitor's hand, and then please leave the forge.
I'm pretty disappointed. I really wanted to see my blade chop through that ram, but I'm happy with what I turned in. And at the end of the day, I think I'm definitely leaving a better bladesmith than when I came in.
Josh, congratulations. You're the Forged and Fire champion, and that's a title that comes with a check for $10,000. Come on forward and shake our hands, brother.
I cannot believe this is happening. I think what I'm gonna do with the $10,000 is gonna go to open a shop where I'm gonna be providing workshops for at-risk youth. My abuelita told me, go, win, and come back. Mission accomplished.